Hello guys, this is Edgaras from Spoken Lithuanian, and today we have a very simple but very important lesson, and that is we have a word why. So the main thing we're going to learn in this lesson is how to properly use the word why, okay? In the Lithuanian language, of course. Okay, so first of all, if you want more phrases, if you want more words, I have created this 117 phrases free audio and PDF book. Then you can download into your device. It's completely free. My gift to you. Download it. You can find it in the description, the link, or in the comments. You can actually enter the link yourself, but you don't have to do that. I've done it for you. It's in the description. So if you want to do that, if you want to have it, go ahead and download it. And let's go back to the lesson. So first of all, you. How would you say you in Lithuanian language? Now that would be, tu. That would be tu. You is tu. So you are would be tu esi. Okay, if you haven't seen my previous lessons, you are, we have tu esi. This ending esi tells us that it's the second person, right? Tu esi. I am would be aš esu, but you are tu esi. Okay? You are here, not there, here, tu esi čia. And we already know from previous lessons that we can omit even esi. We can say just tu čia, and that would mean you are here. Okay? Why? Now the big question, right? The big word. Why? And why is kodėl. Kodėl. Why? Kodėl. We have this unusual sound probably to you, which is e. Kodėl. But when we talk fast, we tend to, not necessarily emphasize it that much. Kodėl. It almost becomes like an E, but just remember it's a very specific sound. I will make a separate lesson on sounds and letters in Lithuanian language. Why? Kodėl. Why are you here? Now, the thing is, why I think Lithuanian language might be easier in some instances, not so much in others, but in questions, it might be easier a little bit, because you see, in English language, what we have to do here is, if it's an affirmative sentence, I have you are here. Now, if it's a question, I have to go, are you here? And then I have to have this perfectly formed question, and only then I can add why. But in Lithuanian language, it's a bit different, because you can take an affirmative sentence, tu esi čia, or you can even omit it, you can say tu čia, just tu čia, and you don't have to make anything else. You can just add kodėl to the front of it, and you get a perfect question. Kodėl tu esi čia, or kodėl tu čia? Kodėl tu čia? Kodėl tu esi čia? Just like that. You don't have to add anything else, right? You don't have to switch up anything, change anything. Kodėl tu esi čia? Tu esi čia, affirmative. Kodėl tu esi čia? That's a question. Let's try a couple more. Oh, by the way, even you can switch it up. Kodėl tu čia esi could even go to the ending if you wanted it to, because you would emphasize it then. In this case, you would emphasize esi, and that would emphasize the question of why are you here, okay? Because you can emphasize different things. Sometimes you can emphasize čia, and you can say kodėl tu esi čia, why are you here, instead of somewhere else, okay? Kodėl tu esi čia, kodėl tu čia esi, or just kodėl tu čia. To do yra daryti or padaryti. Now, daryti just has this imperfect aspect to it, and padaryti has this perfect aspect to it. It means that it's already done, the action, to finish the action. Not just to do it, but to finish it, okay? So you do or you did. Let's move a little bit into the past tense, okay? You do, you did. So tu darai, right? Tu darai, that is present tense. Tu padarei or darei. Because now when we move to the past tense, now it's important either to have this perfect aspect to it, which is padarei, that means you did it, you finished the action, or darei would just mean like you were doing it, but not necessarily you've done it or you did it, you know, it doesn't have that finished quality to it. So maybe in this case, even English continuous, like you were doing, would work here. But either way, okay, you have tu darai, tu padarei, or tu darei, if it's like not finished action. We don't need that finished quality to it. You did it, that would be tu tai padarei. Now we want the perfect aspect, okay? Tu tai padarei, padarei. We have this prefix pa, which means that, well, you did it, you finished it, okay? Tu tai padarei, tu tai padarei, tu tai padarei, tu tai padarei. Good? Did you do it? Did you do it? Now, if you saw my previous lessons, you might be able to remember how you make it into a question. Tu tai padarei, now that's an affirmative sentence. Now make it into a question. Ar tu tai padarei? Ar tu tai padarei? The only thing you have to do, just add ar, and now you can make a question out of any sentence. Now, ar is a beautiful word, right? It's not ar, it's ar, 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 ar. R, that is R-A-R-E that we have in English language. But this is just ar, ar. Why did you do it? Why did you do it? Now just drop the ar and just add why. Kodėl tu tai padarei? Kodėl tu tai padarei? Just remember not to put ar if you have kodėl already. Never say kodėl ar tu tai padarei. No. Ar tu tai padarei, that's questioning whether or not you did it. Okay? But kodėl tu tai padarei, now you're asking why did you do it. Okay? Yeah, so I would say that sometimes it might be even easier to form a question in Lithuanian language if you know the components, of course. Because you see in English language, we have to add the did. Now I have to keep the correct question. Now I have to add why. Here, I just take the affirmative sentence, tu tai padarei. I add kodėl. I put the question mark and I have a question. Kodėl tu tai padarei? Kodėl tu tai padarei? To go, for example, is eiti vykti. Eiti vykti. Eiti vykti. Vykti is kind of closer to go to this one. Eiti, even though we use it in the same form, but if you want a literal translation, that would be to walk, right? To walk on foot. But eiti, it also can mean to go somewhere. For example, yeah, we will go back to it in the future, I think, more. But yeah, just know that both of those can work, and eiti is even more commonly used in case of to go, even though it literally means to walk. So, for example, you go. Now let's look at the future tense. We have more tenses in this lesson, okay? We will not study them, but just use them a little bit, okay, for you to get the taste of it. You go, you will go, tu eini, tu eisi. Eisi, this ending si, eisi, valgysi, you will eat, right? Eisi, šoksi, you will dance. Tu eini, tu eisi. Now that's a future tense, okay? Tu eisi. There, we already know here, which is čia, here. Now there is ten. There, ten. Here, čia. There, ten. It's not 10 like 10 number, you know, but tan. tan. You prolong the tan a little bit, okay? So will you go there? Will you go there? Now, it's important for you to try to remember, I said it, how we make a question. How do we make a question in Lithuanian language? This is why Lithuanians often, myself included, forget to add do, did, does, to the questions, because we don't have to do that in Lithuanian language. We just add the ar to the beginning, and we say ar tu ten eisi. Ar tu ten eisi. Tu ten eisi. It's an affirmative sentence, right? Ar tu ten eisi. That's a question. Will you go there? Ar tu ten eisi? Ar tu ten eisi? And for example, will you go to the party? You can ask with this eisi in Lithuanian, even though you might not go there on foot, you might go there by car. Eisi is still fine. It's kind of implied going, okay? Ar tu ten eisi? You can ask važiuosi. That is to drive, right? But that's in the future. Why will you go there? Why will you go there? How would you ask that? Why will you go there? Kodėl tu ten eisi? Nice. We just dropped the ar, and now we have kodėl tu ten eisi? Kodėl tu ten eisi? Just write in the questions, in the comments for me if you can. Do you agree that it's a bit easier to make a question in Lithuanian language than in English? I mean, that's just my idea. I mean, there's a lot of things in Lithuanian language that are more difficult than in English. But making a question, I think it's easier, in my opinion at least. Why not? Why not? Like for the ending of the lesson, let's figure out how to say why not. Now that would be kodėl ne or kodėl gi ne. We have this gi in Lithuanian language. I was looking, for some explanation or similar thing in English language, but gi is just something we use when we want to emphasize, but it's more used in literal in literature. I mean, not necessarily in spoken Lithuanian, which is what we're learning here. But just remember that sometimes it's there, okay? I will maybe make a lesson in the future if I feel that it's necessary for you to understand it completely. But it's just kind of a thing that we add sometimes when we want to emphasize. Like you would do something with English language, you would say, and why not? Now that would be something similar of an emphasizing when it comes to gi in Lithuanian language, okay? So why not kodėl ne or kodėl gi ne? Kodėl ne. Kodėl ne. Okay? So that's what we have here. This is how you use why. And I think with this lesson, we're not only understanding how to use why, but any question word that we might have in the future. We have kodėl, why. We have kas, right, for who or what, depends. We have who or what depending on it's a person or a thing. In English, it's just kas, ka. Those are different ones for different cases, for different tenses. Cases, yeah, no, not tenses. But today we learned how to use why. Okay? Yeah, so if you want more phrases, you want more words, you know where to find them, just enter this link. Well, it's a pretty long link. Don't enter that into Google. Just press the link in the description or in the comments, and it will direct you to where you need to go. And you can join my newsletter. You can join my free lessons every week that I try to post, and you will be able to download this free PDF and audiobook that I've created. It's completely free. My gift to you, just for learning the Lithuanian language. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. As always, if you have questions, if you have some sort of things you want to share with me, leave them in the comments. I will be really glad. I will try to respond to everything. And I will see you in the upcoming lessons. Bye.